Hindi ka lang makakuha ng tablet for this purchase. Meron ka ring keyboard, may pencil, and folio case. Kasama na siya in one box. Very budget friendly. Pag-usapan natin yung performance and full specs ni Infinix XPad 20 Pro. Titingnan natin yung tablet, yung keyboard, yung pencil, and folio case. Meron ako ng 8256 variant. So, 8GB RAM, 256GB of ROM. Meron din tong 4128 variant. First time ko makabili ng device na all-in-one na siya. And bihira ka lang makakita ng ganito. May isa kang malaking box, nandun na yung tablet, keyboard, pencil, and folio case. The best thing about it is, mura lang din yung price. Meron ako mga store links dyan, you can check it online. Murang-mura lang yung bundle price niya. Parang sinadya nila to for Christmas. I guess naisip nila na pwede tong pangregalo sa Christmas with this kind of bundle na all-in-one na siya in a box. Very satisfying yung unboxing experience niya, to be honest. Paldong-paldo talaga kung ireregalo mo to sa sarili mo o kaya sa ibang tao. Nakakaaliw siya. Pag-usapan na natin yung performance. Doon tayo sa display. For the screen, meron siyang 12-inch IPS LCD with a resolution of 2000 by 1200. Typical brightness niya around 450 nits, which is perfect indoors. Hindi na masyadong maganda sa labas. Fixed refresh rate, pipili ka ng 60 or 90 Hz. Ang maganda rin, meron na siyang screen protector out of the box. Isa na yun sa mga tipid factor. Hindi ka na mamumblema na bumili ng screen protector for your device. And this display is claimed to be certified low in blue light and anti-flicker. Tapos naka-wideband L1 na rin to. May full HD streaming ka with apps like Netflix, HBO Max, Disney+, yung mga ganun. So yung low brightness niya is actually great. Kunyari madilim na nakahiga ka na, tapos nagta-tablet ka pa rin, iset mo sa lowest brightness, okay pa rin siya. So overall, the display quality is actually perfect. Hindi siya AMOLED level of display quality, pero sa mga ganitong price point kasi with tablets, hindi ka makakita ng OLED screen. But still, the IPS display is perfect. For the battery and charging naman, meron siyang 8000 mAh na magagamit mo for 12 hours of basic use. Tapos kung magi-games ka, nasa mga 7 hours. Depende kung gaano kabigat yung games na lalaroin mo. Pag na-lowbat naman siya, matcha-charge mo siya from 0 to 100% in 2 hours and 20 minutes using an 18-watts charger. Meron na siyang charger out of the box and 18 watts yung maximum. Medyo mabagal yung charging, yes. Mas okay sana kung 25 watts or 33 watts yung charging niya. Yun lang. So, doon naman sa build quality and looks. Kung titignan mo yung tablet, mukha siyang mamahalin. Maganda yung build quality niya. Pati yung accessories na kasama niya, like the keyboard, folio case, tsaka pencil, okay na okay din. They look and feel premium. The tablet is thin and lightweight. Yung thickness niya is only 6.58 mm. Yung weight is 545 grams lang din. Dahil sa gaan niya, kahit na malaki yung screen niya, it's still very handy. Yung full dimensions niya is 278.64 mm by 173.56 by 6.58 mm. With the performance and hardware naman, this device is running on XOS 15 based on Android 15. Meron kang mga basic Android features like Google Assistant, Google Gemini, and more. Yung chipset naman niya is only entry-level, the Helio G100 Ultimate, so hindi masyadong malakas but okay na for a budget device. Tapos yung storage type niya is UFS 2.2 with a RAM of LPDDR4X. This is a very typical configuration for budget device. Hindi masyadong malakas yung hardware pero pwede na for daily use. This device also has one SIM card slot na pwede for 4G signal, so wala siyang 5G. Plus, you can expand the storage up to 1 TB using a micro SD card. For the sensors, wala siyang gyroscope, so wala kang function for gyro on FPS games. Meron lang siyang accelerometer tsaka hall sensor for auto-rotate screen tsaka magsi-sleep mode din siya pag kinlose mo yung cover. For the audio experience naman, quad speakers to, tuned by DTS. Malakas at malinaw ang tunog. Magandang experience if you wanna watch movies or shows, music or streaming online, pwedeng-pwede. Meron din siyang DTS sound presets plus an equalizer kung gusto mo talagang i-customize palalo yung sound quality niya. With a combination of the display and speakers nito, panalong-panalo ka na. It's a really good experience kung gusto mo ng entertainment. Now for the accessories naman, like the keyboard, as you can see, color gray yung keyboard niya. Very typical for device accessories like this. Madaling snap on and off yung tablet. Very convenient. Maganda rin yung typing experience, very responsive. Madali lang din siya i-connect via Bluetooth. Parang laptop yung keyboard experience niya. It feels premium and the typing experience is also very good. Yung material niya, meron tayong synthetic leather tsaka plastic. When you close the keyboard, nag-automatic snip din yung device. Matagal din siyang malobat. Meron siyang 430 mAh. Sabi nila you can use it up to 106 hours. Tapos i-charge mo lang siya ng 2 hours. With my experience naman, ilang araw ko nang ginagamit to and solid nga. Matagal nga siyang malobat. Yung pencil naman, passive stylus pen to. So, hindi mo na kailangan i-connect sa Bluetooth. 9mm yung diameter niya, tsaka 165mm yung length. Typical for stylus pen like this. Magagamit mo rin siya ng 140 hours. It is also promised to have a palm rejection. Hindi masyadong maganda yung palm rejection pero pwede na. It has the same experience as the Redmi Pad 2 pencil. Meron daw siyang 4096 pressure levels, pero minsan pag nagdo-drawing ka, nagmi-mistouch din siya. So, may mga slight issues na ganun. Gusto mo maglagay ng mga dots, hindi masyadong nare-register. So, it's not the best experience with drawing. I would say yung Redmi Pad 2 pencil mas maganda pa rin. Kung seryoso ka talaga for drawing, then I would not recommend this tablet. And I also searched kung may handwriting to text function daw siya. So, sabi, meron daw siya with Gboard settings. But tinry ko siya sa Notes app niya, tsaka yung Google Docs. Hindi naman gumagana. I think yung handwriting to text feature niya, it depends on the app. Hindi ko pa nagamit yung function talaga. Now for the folio case, premium din yung material niya, leather-like outer material, plastic sa loob, and microfiber lining yung sa may cover niya. Automatic rin siya nag-hibernate pag kinlose mo yung lid, kagaya ng keyboard. Overall, with the bundle accessories na makukuha mo dito, it's very, very nice. Napakamura and lahat nito makukuha mo na kaagad. Napakalaki ng box tapos ina-unbox mo sila isa-isa. It's one of the best unboxing na na-experience ko with buying a device. Kudos lang for Infinix for doing that. So, sa productivity in daily use, multitasking with split screen and floating windows are very good. Pwede mo siyang gamitin with your docs, your sheets, yung mga PDF viewers mo. Pwede ka bang mag-play ng dalawang audio. Kung gusto mo talagang pagsabayin yung YouTube Music tsaka yung TikTok mo, naka-play silang dalawa with floating window, pwedeng-pwede. Gumagana rin siya sa landscape or portrait mode on most social media apps. But nakita ko with Facebook, naka-portrait mode lang siya. Ayaw gumana yung split screen, pwede lang siya mag-floating window. So, maliit lang na window. Pwede ka namang mag-download ng Rotate app sa Play Store para makuha mo yung landscape mode ng Facebook. So, okay pa rin. Meron pa ring workaround. Editing videos are okay. Tinry ko na siya with CapCut. Pwedeng-pwede. When you're cutting your videos, adding transitions, adding effects, pwedeng-pwede. May decent speeds ka naman with exporting your video. So, okay lang. Pwede kang tumanggap ng calls. Pwede ka na mag-install ng WhatsApp, Viber. Kasi yung WhatsApp tsaka Viber, pwede mo namang i-install yun and via internet lang yung call. Gagawin lang siyang backup device. Pwede naman yun. Now, the processor here is very typical for budget tablets. Makikita mo to sa Oppo Pad SE, Redmi Pad 2, Samsung Tab A9, yung MediaTek Helio G99 or G100, or even G200 chipset. Mas okay lang talaga for multitasking yung 8GB of RAM compared to 4GB. Kasi nga, may headroom ka. Just in case na gusto mo ng multiple apps na pinagsasabay-sabay. So, doon naman tayo sa gaming performance. You can still game on this tablet, pero isipin mo lang na 12-inch yung screen nito. So, mahirap tong hawakan. Wala rin siyang gyroscope for shooter games. Kung gusto mo mag-ML, Honor of Kings, CODM, PUBG, makakuha ka ng 60 FPS, very playable experience. Yung mga heavy games naman, playable din siya. Pwede kang makakuha ng 30 FPS, low to medium settings. Optimize naman yung Genshin Impact. Pero pag doon ka na sa mga mas bagong games like Wuthering Waves, yung Where Winds Meet na bago ngayon, magsastruggle siya ng konti sa smoothness pero playable experience pa rin. Makakuha ka ng mga 20 to 30 FPS sa low settings. Pero you cannot expect na maganda yung visuals niya when it comes to low settings on games. Especially na pag napaka-demanding ng game, it requires a faster processor. Maring makita mo yung visuals ng games na medyo pixelated na siya, hyperframe drops. Kung gusto mo talaga ng good gaming experience na may magandang graphics, super smooth niya, then kumuha ka ng mas malakas na tablet. Pero, yun nga, mas mahal din. Pwede mo rin siyang kabitan ng Bluetooth controller. Tinry ko na siya with 8-bit DO controller, GameSir controller, tsaka yung BSP expandable controller ko. Hindi na siya pwede dito kasi, yun nga, super laki na ng screen. Yung maximum screen na pwede dito is 11-inch. Hindi na siya maabot na pwede mong ikabit sa likod. Pero limited lang yung compatibility niya with games. May mga games na gagana siya, may mga games na hindi. Lahat ng controller, ganun talaga. On my testing, gumagana siya with Genshin Impact, Wuthering Waves, Asphalt Unite, and marami pa. Pinag-usapan na natin kung gaano kaganda yung tablet na to and yung accessories niya, and yung daily use and overall performance. Sulit ba tong tablet na to or hindi? Yun na nga, sabi ko kanina, for the overall price of this bundle, and sa lahat ng makukuha mo, it's very worth it for your money. Nakabundle pa siya in a box na pwede mo siyang iregalo sa sarili mo or iregalo mo sa iba. Panalong panalo to. It's a sulit buy kung gusto mo ng mura lang na tablet and lahat na kasama. Hindi ka na maghahanap ng screen protector, hindi ka na maghahanap ng case. Yung keyboard na gagamitin mo, eto na rin. And gusto mo mag-drawing and writing, pwede na rin. Andyan na yung pen mo. Diba? With Infinix, talagang maganda sila sa budget device together with Tecno. Once again, if you wanna go ahead and check this device out, I have legit store links that you can buy this tablet here. And thank you so much sa panonood and take care na muna. Okay? Bye-bye.